Miguel Gonzalez. He is the Director of Graduate Studies in Computer Science and IT at one of the campuses of ITESM system, Estado de Mexico. And he will be speaking about open data opportunities within the FIWARE Mexico's node, future internet work of Mexico's node. Miguel, welcome.
Thank you very much. I am glad to be here because this is a very good opportunity for us in order to show the capabilities of the FIWARE in general, and in particular with the FIWARE node here in Mexico. This is the result of a national laboratory here in Mexico, granted by Gonzalez, of course, and this is a joint venture of Infotech in a center of research here in Mexico, Gonzalez Research Center, and technological node. So, what is the context of this national laboratory? Of course, the FIWARE is an European initiative, and this is the result of a collaboration context between European Union and Mexico in ICT, of course. It is, well, just a brief story. In 2005, there was a cooperation agreement designed on technology between the European Union and Mexico. Then we have, particularly for the ICT sector, national contact point granted by Gonzalez, a member of the network idealist, just to enhance cooperation between both regions in this area in ICT. And there were several projects, but what is important to note is that in the FP6, FP7 frameworks of research in the European Union, Mexico had the opportunity to be granted the same manner as European institutions, but since H2020, it means since 2014, it's not the case. So here in Vilnius, there were limitations to participate in this federal internet PPP, public-private partnership, in order to enhance these cooperation teams. So after a workshop in which we had several colleagues of Polytechnic Institute, of course, we have the first approach in order to have this national laboratory. And now it's important to say that in the next program of H2020 framework program, we have a joint specific call between European Union and Mexico just for the FIWARE platform. Means we can have resources. In this case, for Mexican institutions, will be granted by Gonzalez. So the idea is that, in fact, we have at this moment generic infrastructures as a result of different cooperation initiatives, like, for example, several European projects, CODI, and some other partners here are very, of course, active in these initiatives. And we have initiatives mainly, for example, in the network enhancement, for example, in the Red Clara and the National Reds, of course. For computing, of course, facilities, for example, now with Gisela and some other initiatives. And of course, for in this case, for open data. Again, the users, the community users, are the main driver in order to have these tools. So, for example, here at school we have the digital areas, a very active one, astronomy, in fact, some other communities having these resources, and very, very particular and similar needs. For example, for visualization in astronomy. It's very important. It's crucial for them. And for example, in digital libraries in education, we have some other particular for cultural issues. Also, we have this visualization needs. So the problem is that several of these efforts are very common, and in each initiative it is duplicated, and so on. So the idea here is to have these particular resources. For example, here in this case, for research initiatives and science initiatives, and to share it with the community. So this way, what is FIWARE? So FIWARE is a federated public-private partnership program of the European Union. The goal is to capture new opportunities derived from federal internet technology. What does it mean? Facilities in networking, computing, and open data, of course, but also the applications. And well, with this internet technology trends, by increasing the effectiveness of business or even research processes and infrastructures to support application areas, it is very interesting to have this push logic, ensuring, of course, the leadership of these technologies beyond research and technology development, of course. So, in one side, we have the ICT applications research, in which we have these needs, as visualization, storage, and so on. And these applications or needs will enhance the application pool. Just I need these facilities. But on the other side, we have the ICT technology research pushing the technologies. I mean, we develop these facilities and so on. The platform wants to take profit of this push and pull needs, of course, and like in economy, just to launch a common platform. So it's a little quite complicated because the program started in 2011 with use cases, applications, of course, and they do a general architecture having these facilities coming, of course, from applications. They, by using, of course, enablers, hardware enablers, software enables, data storage, of course, databases, networking, and so on. So the first phase was to establish what are these common generic enablers. Well, enablers to develop generic enablers, and then to verify not only in these applications, but also in some other ones in which there was, of course. Then, once H2020 started in 2014, there was an extension and use cases not only for research and development, but also in entrepreneurship. This is very important because it gives the opportunity to people, individuals, to use these enablers and use it for their own ideas. So, here, the first one is the capacity building, the use case scenarios, and to enhance them using the platform components. So at the end, we have a platform ready to use, to develop, and also to be in a productive way. So this is the platform today. Of course, they have in the H2020 special program for research. We can contribute with the platform or with the applications. And now, not only for big research initiatives, but also for initiatives for the entrepreneurship. And this is quite very interesting for us because it gives us the opportunity to have a platform for research issues, but also for individuals in order to take or tackle needs, for example, for this challenge for datos abiertos and some other initiatives, of course. So, So this is the state today, because there was the development phase of this FIWARE core. Of course, you can think in this platform as a set of Lego components, hardware, software, network, and so on. Everything is open, and then to do the test for large-scale applications in a very, if you want, just to verify it supports a very intensive use, of course. But then the innovation focus, this is a very particular one, because this is really new for individuals, and this is something that they are enhancing through 16 accelerators across Europe. It's not so much, but this first stage it is working. The idea here in Mexico is not only to have a node, the capacity node just for research issues, but also for entrepreneurship. And in technological control we have the capacity, because in each campus we have an office, technology transfer office, but also incubators and accelerators. Several of other universities have the same facilities and the same offices, for example, UNAM, SIG, and so on and so forth. And this is very interesting initiative in order to, when we have people coming to these business incubators and accelerators with particular needs, but they lack of expertise in these technology facilities. So this is just an example of where they have what they call FIWARE labs. And some of these FIWARE labs, they have also initiatives for smart cities. It's a very particular one, because in these cities they have sensor networks with also, for example, capacity to measure temperature, and some other variables, and put all of this data free to use in real time, not only, for example, in open data and in some files, but just free to use and to develop applications. So the target areas at this moment are in energy, manufacturing, e-health, tourism, contents, ICT, agri-food, smart cities. This is a very particular application here, because they launch a particular core for smart cities. And the strategy for FIWARE for these 2 years is, first of all, accelerate the technology they use, of course. To have a user commitment of the partners, because it's an open source community. You can use it, you can develop, and if you want to contribute, you can do it. Of course, they must validate the things you develop, but the idea is to use it. Once the development is done, and it could be in a productive way, you can also use the facilities of FIWARE. Once it is in the administrative application, you can pay to them, or either you can also develop your own facilities just to develop in the network. The internationalization, FIWARE is going global. Mexico is one of the first nodes behind the frontiers within Europe. And smart cities, vertical sectors is a very crucial initiative, as I already said. Now we have the FIWARE launched in October with a very small node with 100 cores, each core having 4 processors, having I think 2 gigas RAM for users if you want, and 500 gigas for users. So each core has at least these facilities. But then at this moment we have 700 cores, and what we expect is to at this moment is in Infotech's facilities in Aguascalientes. And now what we want is to have at the end of the year to the latest, to have a connection, direct connection with Technological Monterrey, and go beyond 1,000 cores. What is most important, as Carlos says, once we have the facilities, where are the applications? Well, we have at this moment the applications for example, smart campus, smart cities. There are several initiatives in Guadalajara, Tijuana, Querétaro, Puebla, and some other cities, but it's in the stage of the construction of the infrastructure. Once we have the infrastructure, we have to manage the information. And the problem is that you have to pay several, for some vendors, licenses, and it could be expensive for government. So, the latest news is that in order to cooperate with our neighbors, North America, of course we have in Latin America all these initiatives in Mexico, and now in Chile. They are starting initiatives, but also in Argentina, Costa Rica, Panama, Nicaragua, Colombia. Korea is the first one having an agreement to deploy, to promote FIWARE, the use of FIWARE. But in North America, they just started some 2 weeks ago the first discussions with US, and Canada, just to deploy some collaboration with FIWARE. So this is just a use case because we have the open data with NECI, with a particular repository, because it is important to know that Infotech, because it's a national research center coming from Gonzalez, they manage the open data initiative in order to, of course, use this data for several federal entities. So the objective here is to provide a methodological and technological basis to operate big data in the process of statistical information generation, in this case for image, and there are also some other initiatives. So the idea is to have data coming from formal and informal sources available on the web. Like for example, user comments from social networks, blogs, as for example some marketing companies do. So have information and statistical indicators obtained from this information and complement this with the information having already for the INEGI. So the project this faces the development of extensive general framework to provide guidance or guidance for construction, storage, processing, integration, analysis, and isolation of data generated and shared on the web for these particular needs. Doesn't mean everything will be collected and stored over there. The important is to use it, for example, for tweeters and so on. We should have it in a real-time data ingestion or in a batch, of course. Also, the development of a software platform that implements the general framework. At the very beginning, the idea was to develop an entire software solution. But now what we want is to take advantage of the framework platform. And at the end, to have a deletion process of the general framework and software platform through a case study. There are some case studies. The main one is in health, for example, in the case of the H1N1 problem. Just to be very clear in what we understand in open data, just remind that we have several high levels of open data. The 5 stars coming from the W3C towards open data. Just to have the level 1 is just to remember you. We have data available on the web format, but in a lot of places to be open data. The idea is to have data, whatever format, if you have it in a PDF or something. The second one is available as a machine-readable structured data, for example, an Excel, instead of an image or a scan of a table. The level 3, most of the initiatives, open data initiatives, open work, for example, data, has this level as the same as 2, but in a non-proprietary format, like CSV. So normally, open data initiatives like datos.gov.mx is the same because you have this kind of files in CSV or in text, of course, in an open license, non-proprietary. And the 4th level is all about the other 3, but use open standards from W3C, like RDF and Sparkle, having a semantic processing. But it's important to note that there are several solutions managing semantic web ontologies, of course, but it depends in a very strong manner on of course, having a solution in a semantic web means a semantic repository having a complete node. And 5 is, of course, all the above plus linked to other data for people use people's data to provide context. So at the end, what we want is to have this open data from IGND, from estatal, federal, municipal information, because as I have already said, Infotech have the opportunity to take access of this data and to have the first use cases to put it in a way that it will be readable. And the idea is to take the facilities of the network and include and the other partners to take advantage of this. So this is just an example, just taking advantage of the solution, just with the FIWARE generic enablers. In this case, we have the Cosmos BigData components. They are in context broker. And here, all the open Mexican data that's already in the CCAN model. So this is that's it. There are several opportunities in order to have this. The idea is to have several talks, workshops in order to promote FIWARE, but also the use. There's also a beginner's toolkit that will be launched at the end of this month, next week. What we want is to take advantage and to share it to you. So for me, thank you.
I would like to take the opportunity to open a space for questions for the 4 conferences that we just heard. We will take 5 to 10 minutes from the coffee break. We have a half-hour coffee break, so 15 minutes would be, or 20 minutes would be okay to have a coffee break. So if you want, some of you wanted to make some questions. If you want to make questions to the presenters, to the speakers, you were going to make a question? Yeah, you can make questions on any of the points.
Study the stability of the buildings and predict when that building will collapse, for instance.
Sí, la información tiene toda posibilidad de utilizar lo que es el análisis estructural que lo hemos realizado en algunos inmuebles. Como es información de alta precisión, al tener 2 tipos de datos en cierto periodo de separación del levantamiento, da la posibilidad de poder analizar el comportamiento estructural. Caso real que ya lo hicimos fue en el torreón norponiente del Palacio Nacional de la Ciudad de México, donde a partir de los sismos del año 2012, comparados con los 2009 que teníamos ya previo de escaneo, pudimos determinar cómo estaba trabajando estructuralmente cada uno de los cuerpos de correo.
¿Alguna otra pregunta? Si no tienen más preguntas, yo sí quisiera hacer un... Nancy.
Yo tengo una pregunta para los doctores del TEC, para Miguel. En el último caso que presentaste, Miguel, que integra la plataforma de SICAN de datos abiertos del gobierno, bueno, que está recopilando, ¿cuáles son los retos que han enfrentado desde el punto de vista semántico? ¿No? Porque, bueno, por ejemplo, yo he navegado un poquito en la plataforma de SICAN de datos abiertos y algunas otras plataformas, y la estructura con que están los datos, no existen muchos metadatos, ¿no? Entonces, ¿cuál es el reto mayor ahí que has visto?
Bueno, sí, realmente, bueno, para empezar, SECAN todavía no se está dando, o sea, al menos ya es el que lo use mucha gente, es una buena ganancia, es decir, que pues va para que sea, digamos, el estándar. Segundo es que los datos que están utilizando el SECAN en Infotec, ¿no? Que finalmente todavía no está abierto para datos.gov, sino que lo que están haciendo es al menos colocarlos disponibles con esta semántica. Por supuesto, esto depende mucho del contexto en el que estás. Si estás en salud, pues al menos que esté en salud. Si está en epidemiología, particular salud, pues con datos epidemiológicos, y en particular para la epidemiología, pues habría que ver qué tipo es. Eso depende mucho de si quieres que haya expertos que construyan las ontologías, ¿no? O dos, que lo hagas, que sea que finalmente la información construya la ontología, y después que se valide. Ese es el gran reto, de la web semántica, y pues por supuesto lo siguen enfrentando, o sea, sigue estando abierto. Pero bueno, menos ahí está.
Gracias. ¿Alguna otra pregunta? Si no, quisiera... ahora tenía otra.
Sobre la última presentación sobre los estándares de niveles de apertura de los datos, ¿hay algún estándar en el último nivel? O sea, ¿cómo conectas tus datos con los datos de otros? ¿Hay algo ya bien definido al respecto?
Pero aquí la idea es que para que puedas hacer realmente datos Big Data, lo importante es que los repositorios, o al menos con que quieras conectarlo, tengan menos esa estructura semántica. De esta manera tú tienes un query, lo das de alta y finalmente lo puedes explotar. Es decir, pues vamos a suponer que te puedes conectar a una buena velocidad con una base de datos y tú quieres, por ejemplo, un buen ejemplo